Hey, I'm Spencer with energeticcity.ca, and this is the Community Roundup, which is sponsored by Brad's Furniture and Appliances. And today I'm at Peace Gallery North, joined by prolific local, I believe I'd say author, artist. He's surprised you write books now.
I definitely don't do that.
Artist Samantha Wigglesworth. You may have seen her work in Peace Gallery North before. Also, she's worked with Pride. I think it was last year.
This year.
This year, okay, perfect. I need to do my research. But we're going to talk a little bit about your upcoming exhibit, Interrupting a Portrait, which is going to kick off this week, I think Friday.
Yes, Friday from 7 till 8:30 at the gallery here in town. It is going to have some baked goods, some free wine, free admission, and live music.
Nice. You cannot say no to free wine, but also art that you get to look at.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about interrupting a portrait, because when I think interrupting a portrait, I think like a paint line and then across the camera it's because someone got interrupted.
Kind of, yeah. So the first piece that kind of inspired this was very similar to that. It's, you know, like single line drawings that you kind of see on like Pinterest. I wanted to put that on top of a detailed portrait, right? So literally paint right on top of it. The ones that have been seen on social media a little bit more is like I've been embroidering into paintings, so embroidering tattoos. The one that was just in Open Sky that won the Distinguished Representational Award had sewn on beads.
That's awesome.
So it's kind of just different ways of, you know, interrupting a portrait, but however I've interpreted that over the last 2 years.
That's fantastic. And like you've been obviously doing a lot of work over the last 2 years. How would you say that your art style has kind of moved and evolved in that time?
Well, yeah, it's funny because I've been working on different shows at the same time. Mm-hmm. So I've been doing this one, which is very 3D elements, right? It's very much all of the ideas I've had over the past few years that I haven't been able to put in a show, just because they're not as cohesive all as one.
Right.
So, you know, I made a show for that because, you know, if as an artist, you get very stuck sometimes, you know, like if I don't do this idea, like I'm gonna explode. So sometimes it's really fun, but yeah, so I've been doing this one and then my artist in residence pieces, which will be in Dawson for September and October. Which are completely different than these, like something I haven't even tried yet,
right.
Which is like doing photography with very colored lights, and it's self portraits and no 3D aspects. So I've been working on these like kind of at the same time, and it's been a very fun difference. Yeah,
that's awesome. So let's talk Open Sky. So you just won the Artist in Residence.
Yes.
And you know what? How did that come about?
No, I won the Distinguished Representational Award.
I knew that.
Yes.
What does that mean? Like, you know, obviously you've been working on this for, you know, art for quite some time. What does it mean to be able to kind of take home an award of that magnitude?
It feels really awesome because it's also the second year in a row I've won it. I won it last year for my work Modest in Spectrum.
Right.
And this year I won it for Drowning Yet Surviving, which is going to be in this show.
Yes, it is right over there. Maybe we'll turn the camera later. We'll see how I feel. So that's fantastic.
You can come check it out Friday.
Yeah, check it out Friday. Get some free wine and a baked good. And I see, you know, another portrait that I had the pleasure of watching you kind of work on during the, I think it was the gallery open.
It was the art auction.
Yes.
Yes, I did a live painting, or part of the painting live.
Yes, which although I couldn't imagine having somebody watch me write and then just be like, wow, I love the words that you're putting on this, but you know, where you had people that were coming up and being like, wow, the colors are just fantastic. So, you know, all the power to you for that one. But like, you know, lots of work that you've been doing, and now, you know, this show, all the pieces are for sale, and it's going towards your education. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so all of these pieces are actually going to be on a sale as well, not just on sale. So they're usually around like $1,200, $1,500, and they're going to be all $675 each.
Nice.
So, because I am returning to my last year of in-person learning down in Abbotsford, And so I thought, might as well have a little sale for my last show and see if I can get a little extra money for my education.
Starving student, it's really important. And how long have you been, kind of doing, I think you've been doing it by distance, right?
Yes, yeah, I've been doing online classes for the last 3 years. Yeah.
You excited to return?
Yes, I am very excited. I'm very excited to get back to my professors and get into my studios. I've been doing, as well as painting, I've been doing print media, so I'm excited to get back to using the printing presses and stuff like that. So
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And are you coming back to town afterwards, or are you just out of here?
The plan is to stay down there after I graduate and possibly take my master's. We'll see.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So enjoy Sam's art while she's still here. But that's really exciting. So let's talk about the specifics of this show. Kicks off Friday. Mm-hmm. What time should folks be here? Yes,
so it'll be Friday at the Cultural Center in the gallery, Peace Gallery North, at 7 p.m. Until 8:30.
Okay.
If you can't make the opening event, it will be up from the 7th until the 22nd during regular gallery hours.
Mm-hmm. But you want to show up on the 7th so you can get one of the paintings that is on essentially 50% off to try to get Sam to Abbotsford. But what is one thing that you've learned about yourself as an artist while working on these interrupted portraits?
That I really like working with these 3D elements, and it's very hard sometimes for me to make it just a little bit, right? I like to do a lot of it. Right. So for example, like the one I won the award for, Drowning Yet Surviving, it was very hard. It's just one bead drop, right? And it was very hard for me to control myself into just doing what was needed. I wanted to add a whole bunch, and I'm very glad I did take that step back and only do what was necessary. And so it's been even, learning curve in that, right? And how much is appropriate for each piece, right? And I almost have a conversation with each piece in what do you need, right?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Let's show the folks what we're talking about, because this is the award winner.
Yes.
Let's just, you know what? I decided we're going to do it. All right, folks, stick with me. Here we go. All right. So this is the piece here. Sam, you're welcome to join. So tell me a little bit about this piece. It's called Drowning Yet Surviving. Tell me, what does this represent for you?
Yes, absolutely. So it does have like a little artist statement, so I might as well just read that out. Okay. This painting is a powerful representation of the mental health struggle one feels on the inside, becoming so much that it has to escape somehow. Feeling as though you are drowning on the inside, the blood drip of beads is a representation of it escaping. Yet her calm expression is her trying and succeeding on just surviving through the internal battle.
So what conversation did you have with this portrait?
Yeah, so it's really interesting because for this one I used a royalty-free image, and as soon as I saw this image, I knew what needed to happen. Right, it was very inspiring to see this woman and this expression, and I knew immediately I wanted to add these beads, and someone who struggles with mental health herself, I kind of saw a reflection of myself in that, right, where you're just trying to hold it all together and it just has to escape somehow, right, but you have to stay calm on the outside, right? So, yeah.
It's a very powerful piece for sure, and I'm glad that it's here and part of the show. So, if you want to come check out Sam's work, it's not, you can't miss it. It's fantastic. You can head over to Peace Gallery North in the Cultural Center. That starts at 7 p.m. on Friday. Anything else you want to add before I let you get on with the rest of your life?
Just thank you. Thank you for the opportunity, and hope everybody enjoys it.
Absolutely. All right, well, this has been the Community Roundup, which is sponsored by Brad's Furniture and Appliances. I'm Spencer with EnergeticCity.ca. Thank you so much for watching.